Okay, so when I had that moment at Walmart when I couldn't see any colors and I kept going in and out of the building with my daughter, and my husband was in the parking lot, like in the car, like, what the heck is she doing? And I was like, when me and Clara were walking, she just randomly goes, "Is that your dad?" And she knew my dad was dead. She didn't like see him, but she'd never met him before. She never even knew, like, why would she randomly say that? And when I looked in the van or SUV, there was a man staring right at me. But you know how when you're like, okay, maybe I'm exaggerating, but when I looked at him, he did this, like he was looking at me, and then he went, and it's like I could see his face jiggling. And his face is burned into my brain. And I forget people's faces easily. Like, I thought two coworkers at work were the same person for like 3 months. When I first started working there, when I first got hired. And I cannot forget this guy's face. Like, you know how when you're like looking at something, like you're really like, okay, so maybe he could have just been looking and like really, really focusing on something next to me, like somebody's license plate or something interesting on a vehicle. But he was looking directly at me. Like when I turned around, we made eye contact. Like, I'm not exaggerating that. And he looked really flustered. And then Clara was like, "Is that your dad?" And that situation by itself with that man is not that weird. But when you combine it with the fact that I couldn't see colors for a short period of time, and then only yellow, and then dark blue popped in, and then I went back inside Walmart, and it was like everything I touched in Walmart kept changing when I touched it. Like, I would touch a box of cereal and the label would change words. And Kevin kept looking at me like I was, like, I asked to go to the hospital because I felt like I was dying. And I think that's why I started talking about holographic paper, because it's like, I know I wasn't imagining that, and that is literally not schizophrenia. It's a hallucination, but it's like my pressure somehow on whatever container package I was touching affected the imagery. And that could be a hallucination, but that was right after I found the transdermal patch on my ankle. Kevin made me a cup of coffee. He probably made me a cup of coffee because somebody told him it would be nice to do. And then somehow a transdermal patch ended up on my leg. And then I would just think, oh, Kevin drugged me with the coffee. I don't know.